I missed the video because I was busy doing something. So I'm like, I hear the music getting to the end. I'm like, I got to pay attention. Welcome everybody to Monster Monday. It is the 26th today, which is crazy hard to believe that it's the 26th already. Like it seems like we just had, New Year's, and here we are rocking out on the 26th already. So that's kind of crazy. But
It is.
I'm here enjoying some Minnesota weather, except I'm not in Minnesota. So it's a little bit crazy. I come home and we got, I don't know, maybe 18 inches of snow and then it sleet on top of it. So it made it all crusty. So it was just a pain in the ass. But so I've been spending my last few days pushing snow, moving snow, first getting ready for the snow, then moving the snow. Today, clean up. It's just, you know how that is. It's just a, what do you
Yep.
get, a ass beating storm. It's just, it just goes for a while. The prep, the dealing with it, the moving it out of the way, it's like a pain in the ass, but it's all good. It's winter. It doesn't bother me a whole lot if I don't have to be on the road. And this time I was on the road and I'm like, that wasn't going to go so good, but we'll hit on that a little bit. But what's the weather like at your place? Did you guys get spared from the snow? You just got the Arctic cold?
We just got the cold. We get dustings here and there, but just very cold. It's warmer
Yep.
today. I think it's
And
only like 10 below.
my sister, yeah, only 10 below. That's good. It's only like 10 below today.
Warm.
Just a balmy day in the
Yeah.
upper Midwest. But I
Yeah.
was you know, when I lived there, we had cold weather, obviously. And it was like, you just kind of deal with it. But when it gets to a certain level, even for hardcore Minnesotans, that's a rough weather. And that's what you guys had last weekend. I mean, my sister was posting up by her house, north of Duluth. It was 43 below zero without the wind chill.
Yeah.
Like that's just straight temperature. And
Mm.
the last time I was in 38, I think it was 38 below, it froze my bottle of Jack Daniels. So we had to put the bottle. I didn't think you could freeze Jack Daniels at all. 38 below zero, Jack Daniels turns to a whiskey flavored slushy. So I thought that was pretty crazy. But so you can keep that weather. I'm not going to complain about the snow as long as I don't have 43 below zero, because that's just no thank you. No thank you at all.
It's
But
tiring.
it is. And you get sick of being inside all the time. I like to be inside for a few days during the winter, cooped up, get some things done, enjoy your house, just chill. You don't feel stressed to have to go do shit outside all the time. When it's 40 below zero, you don't feel that inner stress to let's get outside and get something constructive done. You're
Yeah.
content with your fireplace.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of fireplaces and being in the house, I see that the new studio is still the same studio. So that cold weather keep you from making progress with your internet out there?
Yeah. The cold weather and we needed more speakers. So
More
we made
speakers.
it.
I can't wait
Tired.
to hear that setup. Like I wish I had them sitting in front of me. I have custom earplugs, and I'll be wearing those when the new speakers are all set up, and I bet you it'll still be too loud for me. So that's gonna be pretty good humor. But I'm glad. I'm looking forward to getting when you get that set up. Even if it's springtime, it's gonna be nice. I like your studio right now, but I'm just anxious to
I know. I want to
to
change
see
it.
the to see
Yeah.
the new one. So,
Yeah.
but
It'll
we
be
had
coming.
what's that?
It'll be coming.
Yeah, it'll be coming. It'll be coming soon. But last week we had we were gonna not have it because it was a holiday last week, so we didn't have Monster Monday, and I was on the road anyhow, so it was fine by me. But we are heading down to Monster Day in Texas, and it's our Monster Day 4.0. We're heading down there, and I got to Teeter's house in Mississippi, picked up some things, and we got going and loaded up and took off. And then we thought, well, this weather's going to be bad coming back after we're done Sunday or something. Like it's not going to be worth riding a motorcycle. So I talked them into riding with me. Well, then we hit Twister up and said, you want to ride with us too? Then you don't have to ride a bike home during the crappy weather. So she was all about it. So I was excited. We're going to have a little road trip in a truck with monsters, and that was going to be something new. But then we got to the Texas border of Louisiana, Texas, and we were watching the weather. And every time I watch this thing, it was a little bit bigger, a little more ice and shit in Texas, and I'm like, I do not want to be stuck in Texas with ice. So then we thought, well, if we get done on Friday and leave right away, we're going to make it. And I thought, well, that sucks. Like, that just takes all the fun out of it. We're not having the party Friday night at the goat's house. We're not going for a ride Saturday. Like, we're jipping the goat out of so many fun parts of it that I talked to Frosty and Teeter and I were all sitting there, and we decided that we're just gonna postpone Monster Day. So I turned the truck around and we went back to Teeter's, unloaded the trailer, which I just left there until we go back, and drove all the way back to New Jersey, stopping in Georgia to get some things, trying to take care of my kid who was going to get hit by ice in Mississippi, and trying to get home ahead of the storm. I didn't want to leave Amy here with, they were predicting upwards of 2 feet of snow at my place. So I thought that's just too much for her to deal with. Her little Jeep Cherokee is not getting out of the driveway with a foot and a half of snow. So I got home in time to cut wood, get my house prepped, but I was happy that I could do that. And I got home and we did get hammered. So we got, upwards 18 inches and, moved that around, but it got good. But for all of you wondering, we are working to get Monster Day moved to February 20th, that Friday. So I'm waiting to hear back from the principal. I sent him an email, but because of the weather, they didn't have school today. So I'm sure he's going to get it tomorrow and get back to me then. So wait and see. And then we're going to get a new list of who can attend on the 20th, and we're going to go from there. We're going to make some changes now that we have time. We've always had the kids sign a fairing, and then I kept it. I have one hanging here in my office, and there's one at Gavin's old school. Gavin has one in his room. But this year, to speed things up, and I thought make it kind of cool, we're going to have 2 fairings and one for each grade. So I'll be running one group of people, and Frosty will be running the other group with Twister, and they can go through one whole grade. And that's really not true. I'm just waiting to see what they reply when I throw Twister and Frosty in there as the ones that are going to be leading the campaign of, for the 5th graders while I do the 6th graders. So I don't know who's going to do it. We'll figure that out. Wrong Way's great at talking to the kids. So we got all kinds of people that chat with kids. So I'm not worried about that at all. But that's about the only change we're going to have. As long as that date works, that's what really works well for the hotel. So we didn't have any issue transferring our rooms that day. So I think my fingers are crossed. It's February 20th. If not, stay tuned. This is one of those things that, we just got to roll with it. But the odds of San Antonio getting weather like that 2 times, I can't imagine. They usually get 1 weekend of winter, so it's all good. So, yeah, there's Wrong Way there. He'll be great at talking to the 1 grade of kids going class to class. So I'm excited about it. That's why I thought, and I was really proud too, because we came so far. Our first Monster Day, I struggled. I was worried about getting people there to join me. And now we have an abundance where I got no issues at all. We have more people than the school wants us to have there. So that's a great problem to have, that so many cool monsters are going to come down to Texas and go through and educate these kids a little bit on Duchenne and kids that go through a little more change than they do. So that's pretty awesome. But it's really going to be a great kickoff to 2026, because it's hard to believe that this, we're celebrating our 5th year. This is technically our 6th year now, but we're celebrating our 5th year of Mile Monsters. So that's pretty epic, isn't it?
It is. It's extremely epic.
I mean, it's crazy how much going on, and with their 5 years. And the one thing I would really ask people, if we're going to ask for something, I would really ask that people go to our socials, especially YouTube, and follow it. We have so many people that I can't tag, even on our Mile Monster Facebook page. Everybody's a member of Monsters and Heroes, but the Facebook page, because it's a page, you got to click to follow it. So I encourage everybody to share that with your friends. Just get them to follow it. And the reason that's so important is because when we deal with supporters, sponsors, corporate America, that is the first thing they look at. And I'm dealing with that right now, getting sponsorships for this new motorcycle that we're giving things away. And, a lot of them ask, how many people follow you? Like, what is your social? So that is the key to kind of all things. So if you guys could all go to YouTube, follow our page or our channel there, and the Facebook page and our group, because I really want to get that group over 10,000 and get our page to 10,000 as well. And it's a long ways. The page is a long ways from that, but the group is only, I think, 1,000 away. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. And we're working on some new gear that we're coming out with to celebrate our 5 years, some hats, some shirts, some other fun stuff. So be looking for that. That'll be coming in the pipe shortly. I've been working on some hat designs with Craig and coming up with a logo for it. So be kind of fun. I'm looking forward to, having some cool stuff out there with their logo on. They're celebrating 5 years because that's an amazing accomplishment, I think. And I look at I was putting pictures together about our 5 year, kind of planning for our Fancy Five party. And when I look at the pictures of things we've done, like there's so much that we've done that I'm sure the vast majority of people don't even know about, because there's so many things we've done that they were things I forgot about and I was there. So it gets to be so much that nobody can keep up with all of it. And I think that's an awesome, awesome, problem to have, is like we have so much cool shit going on that people are amazed and they're like, I can't even keep up with all the shit you got going on, So I think it's really cool. And I'm going to put some flyers as I go through our events. This is just 2026, what we have planned for the year. And I don't have flyers made for all of them, but I was going to click on a couple of them that I do. The first one we got going on is the Monster Day. I got to redo this because it still says the 23rd, but that's going to be February 20th. But this is already a really cool kickoff to, a great year. So right away, and now it's February, we'll be hitting that. And then right after that, we go to Daytona and a lot of promotional stuff and get rolling. And then, before you know it, it's going to be May. And I know I had one up here, but maybe I don't. Oh, yeah, right here. And then in May, I'm doing the Monster America. So the Monster America this is literally, well, not exact drawing, but you get the idea. I drew the S because that's what the S is going to look like. But I'm going to, spell out Mile Monsters Inc. across the country like this. We're going to hit all 48 of the lower 48 states. We're going to hit them all. So this is going to be great. I'm going to give people a chance to meet up with me and ride. Obviously I'm going to have a tracker on. I should have it pretty good narrowed down to what day I'm going to do the M, what day I'll be doing the I, all that kind of stuff. And it's big. This is over 30,000 miles. And I'm going to start this on May 13th and roll until June 13th is when I'm trying to have that done. So, 1 month to do that. So that's going to be great. This has been something I've wanted to do for a few years now. It just didn't pan out with schedules and everything else. And not for nothing, it's hard to be gone for a month. I ride quite a bit, but I don't think the wife's too happy about me being gone on the road for a month. And then you come home, it takes you a little bit to recover from that. Then we'll be kicking off from that. The end of May, we have the Geo Hunt, and I don't have a flyer for the Geo Hunt yet because it's a little off. I could have just stole the one from last year and just put that up there, but I didn't. But we have the Geo Hunt, and that's going to be a little different than it was last year, but it's still going to be a hunt. There's going to be some cool stuff to find, some coins that the one thing I'll say is, unlike last year where you find a coin and that coin is done, it's different this year. The coins stay put and you find what's in the coin and you take a picture, you take something, you can leave something, but some of them will have some things you're going to be very interested in. And the great thing is they're going to change. So if you find coin number 13 and there's something in there, a little souvenir of sorts or whatever, that doesn't mean that 6 weeks later, a month later, a day later, there could be something in there that you're after. So people are going to want to go back to the same coin more than once. And as that gets a little closer, I'll be able to explain that better. But that's another fun event. So then the other thing we got right after that is in June. This is right after I get home too from the Monster America. So is the Monster 250. Now this says 3 days. 19th, 20th, and 21st. It's technically going to start on the 18th. And you have, because 3 days is 72 hours. This is America's birthday that happened on 1776. We have to have a 76. I added 4 hours to it. So it'll be 76 hours to celebrate our 250th birthday. And this is all on the website. Signups are there. That's all ready to go. We want to spend a lot of time on this, but it's basically you have 3 days and 4 hours to ride 250 miles. And you can pick the state. The idea here is to be in every state, raise a bunch of money, and then we're going to draw one person to take their spouse, their significant other, a friend, whatever, and go to Hawaii and get the 50th state. So I'm thinking we're going to have somebody in Alaska that can do 250s, but we got to get somebody in Hawaii so we can really celebrate America and get all 50 states. So that one I'm really looking forward to, and I can't wait to send somebody to Hawaii to watch them do that ride. So that's going to be fun. And then July, the goat wants to go for a ride. He wants to do as much as he can, and I don't blame him. He loves to ride. So in July, we are taking him on a ride in the Northeast. We're going to start at my house in New Jersey. It's my wife's birthday on the 3rd, and it's his dad's birthday on the 4th. So we're going to start on the 5th. And most people know I'm not riding a motorcycle on the 3rd. So we kind of had to work around that. Then his dad's birthday was the 4th. So we're going to do it on the 5th, and we're going to do the Northeast. There'll be a flyer about that. But if anybody wants to join us, just keep in mind that we're going to go on the 5th. And this is not going to be a balls of the wall ride. We are going to go all the way up. It'll be Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, and New York, and probably Pennsylvania as well. But we're going to do kind of a circle and hit some cool things. Bar Harbor, Mount Washington. I'm trying to decide about Vermont. I'm still working on it, but in Vermont, either Mount Snow in the bottom where the Olympic team used to train, and then cut over to Lake Placid in New York, and then back down towards my house. But it's just beautiful, beautiful riding. And that's going to be the GOAT's ride this year. So we're getting it all planned out. But if you're interested in joining, keep in mind that we're leaving my place on the 5th. And if you want to join us, if you're somebody that lives up here and wants to join us for a day, you want to leave on the 5th, ride with us for 2 days, and then head home, whatever your jam is, that's fine. You can join in, kind of like we did with the Jesus tour. You know, we're going to every day leave at a set time, do X amount of miles, and be good to go. So then after that, we're going to get home. We only have 2 weeks, and it's another round of Monster Bike Nights. So this is what I'm talking about. There's just so much going on. It's crazy. The Bike Nights, I don't have another flyer made for that yet, but that'll be coming soon. So we can get as many people in on that as we can, to get as many Bike Nights as we can. So we'll have a sign up for that probably this week. That'll all be done. And then August, we have the Hokahay. So the Hokahay, I do have it set up for a flyer. People have been sharing that. I'm sure everybody's seen that on our page. But this is an epic event. And you see that 48 riders. I have to give a shout out to Wrong Way. He volunteered to lead the charge of getting riders, motivating riders to ride for Mile Monsters. And it's beyond my wildest expectations, you know, is having 48 riders. And it's going to be more because somebody just hit me up and said they got accepted and they want to ride for us. So there's a good chance it's going to be 50 riders riding for us. And, you know, that just blows my mind away when I think back to 2018 and I was by myself, and no one had heard of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Nobody knew what DMD was. Nobody had seen a kid. I shouldn't say nobody, but very few had seen that. And then in 2020, I think there were 5 of us. In 2022, 19, and 2024 pushing high 20s. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but this is a big jump. This is a big jump, and there's a lot of people. Like, this is 48, 50 people, and I'm not even riding, so it's not even myself. So he lost a few. I don't know if Hopper's riding, Twister's not riding. So he's down a few, and he still did that. So wrong way, man. Nothing but mad props for you for pulling off something so epic as that, man. That's just super badass. Nice job with that all around. And then, we're going to get done with the Hokahay. We got September to rock through, which is going to, in a blink be here. A couple of the boys have birthdays that month. And Craig has a ride up in your hood if anybody wants to go to that. It's I think it's the 3rd Saturday in September this year. But then we're going to crank it out, and we're going to be to our party, our Fancy 5. And I know I got so many flyers here. Try to find which one it is here. I thought I put it on. Maybe I didn't. Thought I had to save the date. But anyhow, even if I don't, that's fine, because we're going to have our Fancy 5, our party, and that's going to be epic. And at that party, we're going to have something that is going to be beyond cool. This is the flyer. I had to redo it after I got some feedback on it. I made a couple changes, put the sponsors that we got so far down the bottom. But anyhow, that's the flyer we're sending out. This is what the world is going to see. And we're raising money through a variety of ways, which is coming out, right now. It's getting posted. But a variety of ways to give this bike away. And what's going to make this bike so cool is it's going to be obviously themed for the country's 250th birthday, Mile Monsters 5-year anniversary. But when we give this away, there's a way we're giving it away. I'm really bummed I can't talk about it, but I can't talk about it because how we're giving this away is going to be so epic. I guarantee people will be talking about this for a long, long time. The problem is we don't know who's going to be one of the finalists. We have 9 categories, and out of the 9 categories, we're going to have 13 finalists. But we can't talk about the how exactly it's going to go down. Here's how we're going to get the finalist, but we can't talk about the exact process of giving the bike away, because one of the ways you could be a finalist is just by being at the party. So if you're at the party, you could win a spot onto that stage, and I don't know who that is. So I can't talk about this to my wife, to you, to anybody else, because I don't know who's going to win. Somebody could, that are totally unexpected, could be on that stage as one of the 13 finalists. But when I tell you being on the stage as one of the 13 finalists is going to be epic, that is probably an understatement of how it's going to be. So the bike giveaway at the party is going to be worth being at the party for, just for that. And out of our ways to be on there, we have the Monster 250, the Hokahay, and the Geo Hunt. Our top fundraisers, the top 3 fundraisers for each of those. So the top 3 fundraisers for the Monster 250, the top 3 fundraisers for the Hokahay, and the top 3 for the Geo Hunt. That's 9 people. Spin that wheel, and out of those 9, 2 of them are going to be finalists. Anyone that supports Mile Monsters at any level, you donate $25 or more to Mile Monsters for any event. You can just go to the website and donate $25. Go to the website, donate $25 again. Go to Misty's page and her Give Butter and donate $25 to her for her thing. All of those get you in. Anyone who supports is going to be on a wheel. So that wheel is going to be massive. There'll be 1,000 people on that wheel, but that's all it takes is the luck of the draw, and 2 of those people are going to be finalists. And then my ride, the Monster America. Anybody joining in, there's going to be some more twists coming up on that as well. But anybody joins in and donates on that ride helps me promote that and gets more and more involved. We're going to put all those people on a wheel and spin it, and somebody's going to be a finalist. And then riders, anyone who rides for us in any event all year, it doesn't matter if you raise $250 or you raise $250,000. Every rider is going to be in, and they can win a spot to be a finalist. The only people that won't be eligible is the 2 finalists that are already on there from the top fundraisers. They're not going to be on the wheel again because they're already a finalist. So other than that, anybody who rides. And the bike nights, anybody who's a host of a bike night, every host is going to be on there. So if we have 7 bike nights, it's going to be 1 out of 7. You host a bike night at a bar, a backyard, you turn into a party, whatever that is, you're a host. And then all the hosts are going to go on a wheel, and that's how we'll get a finalist. And the hero picks. Every hero is going to get a special coin made, and they can give it to someone. And out of those people, those 7 people, it might be more, but whoever is a hero pick, they pick one person. We may have some guest kids that have DMD that we bring on for the summer to help us celebrate our 5 years. They may have a coin as well to give away, but whoever gets a coin from a kid is going to go on a wheel. That one, your chances are really good of being a finalist. It's going to be 1 in, I'll say 7 to 10, somewhere in that neighborhood. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And then we got Epic Monster. Anybody who's awarded an Epic coin, details of that are coming out. But anybody who does Epic is going to get a chance to be a finalist. The Monster Miles certificates, anybody who gets a award this year for a Monster Miles is eligible. Spin it. That's how we get it. And then the final one is the Fancy 5, the party itself. Anyone who attends the Monster Party is eligible, and we're going to take 2 winners of that. And we are planning a rally to it. That's going to give you more chances on that wheel as well. So some fun stuff, but we're going to narrow that down to 13, and when we get the 13 people on that stage, that's when it's really going to get interesting. So it's going to be super cool. I hope people can make it on October 10th to our party in San Antonio. The new flyer to that will be out. I just nailed down the hotel. I just got to get, it'll be next week, hopefully next Monday, because the girl I have to talk to about the hotel finalized one last thing. We have the block of rooms. I have it all ready to go. The only thing I'm holding up on about releasing it is I have to make sure I have the rooms we need. And they have some accessible rooms, but all I know is they're accessible rooms. Well, we have families of 4, so I have to know if I need 1 room or 2. So that's what I got to get with her, and she's on vacation. So hopefully next Monday I can have all those answers and be all good. But it's just a crazy, crazy year. And that is all of our events. That doesn't even include the everyday things we got going on. You know, the street cred. I don't know if I have the street cred flyer. Do I have that? That might be another one I didn't have on it's on Adobe. But the street cred, 2 girls riding every day again for the entire year is another craziness. Yeah, it's just craziness that's going on. And then the M777, 2 guys walking or running 7 miles a day every day. And I have yeah, it's just crazy. And this is what they've done so far.
Oh,
so
wow.
I want to show you, because this is, I think I can play what they've done up until right now, but this is this is the whole thing. That's what they plan to do. It's basically, they're going to walk from my house to Turbo's house. You see that?
I see it.
That's just craziness. So they're walking, in theory, from my house to Turbo's house, and they're doing that in a year. And this is what they've done so far. So right now, they are right here, week 3. So that's the mile marker they're at. So you see that they're over 165, 170 miles in 3 weeks. That's how far they've walked or ran so far. And I think, And it's one thing to just go for a walk on a treadmill, whatever. These dudes are outside walking. Dooley is walking in the snow, making the logo in the snow and freezing cold. And then I gotta say, Iron Man today, I've been so busy I didn't even see this when it happened, but he sets up this. I gotta show you this. Look at this. This is Iron Man getting ready to go swimming today, raising $1,000 to go swimming. And you see that? That's not a white deck. That's snow.
I thought it was at first.
Yeah. That's snow in Texas. So there's snow and ice in Texas. I didn't ask him if I could show this on here, but I think it's kind of funny. But he strips down in the cold, and this is he might really strip down. He sends me a video. I'm going to show it. He's got the best underwear too. You got to check that out. Like, look at those shorts he's wearing.
Those are nice.
Yeah, they got Turtle's picture on them.
Oh, do they? Oh my gosh, that's
and the
hilarious.
water. I fast forward it. The water's 39 degrees. So that water's like winter cold right there.
Oh, I can feel that.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh, damn.
Walk through the ice and back
That's what I
out.
won't be doing tonight.
I love Turtle. I know what I won't be doing tonight. They wonder why I love them. I think that's so awesome. But is that crazy or what?
That's nuts.
Is that nuts? I think we got to have a Dylan and Misty challenge. If we do something, then you guys got to go get your swimsuits on and run through the snow and go dive off something. Yeah. What else you can do when it's 20 below zero? You can't do too much out there because that is a little bit cold. But I think we should come up with a winter fundraiser. Misty and Dylan in the snow. I think that'd be pretty good. Misty's like, how about we just have Dylan in the snow? Like, why you gotta have me?
Dylan? Yeah.
But I tell you what, to Iron Man, my hat's off to you, man.
Awesome.
And that's what I love is that we got these crazy people who do such epic shit for these kids. Like, he's not doing it because he likes to go swimming in 39-degree water when you have their weekend of winter in Dallas. He's doing that because he's trying to raise an extra $1,000 to the M777 cause. And I tell you what, it works because I did that, man. I went right on and donated $77 because it was fitting for that. And it was just badass. So that's the kind of thing that I give mad props to, because you people that come up with this stuff, these events, these challenges, this things that you come up with that are just epic is just super badass. And I'm super proud to be a part of it, and makes me happy to see this craziness for the kids, and then when we get to go shopping for them and do this and do that, it's like, man, that's what made that happen.
Mhm.
We're putting a sink in Gavin's house, remodeling his bathroom to make it work for him because of the epic shit people do. And it's just super, super cool. So, all right, I'm just kind of pumped up about it. So
That's
get riled
really
up, but you got anything news? I'm just kind of rambling on about everything. You're sitting over there going like, man, this dude can talk.
No, it's awesome. It is. That's awesome. But the only thing I got, the weather's been cold for the kids. They've been out of school. Some, I know Gavin had the day off. You mentioned that. Jackson's been out of school. I think he's loving it. He's been playing out in the snow. And
as a kid, it's awesome, man. You get bundled up, you go out there until you cry, and then your parents bring you in the house. Like, that's it. Like, I go out and cry because I'm out there. Nobody gives a shit. You keep crying, stay outside until your work's done.
you got to get your stuff done. But they love it. Yeah. Guess they go out there, they play, and then they come in, warm up, and go back out. So, yeah, it's not a bad deal. So, and Turbo, he's been hanging with Dad. I don't know if you saw that, making lighters, working on the lighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been working on some of that, and he was picking.
I don't want to see anything to do with the FAMs. January and February, like,
Speaking
yeah,
of that,
cold here,
weather-
cold here, there. Yeah, SoCal. Like, I don't want to hear anything from them. I'm just gonna block them on Facebook. Like, everybody else is freezing. SoCal is just like, perfect weather all the time. They talk about it being cold. It'll be 40 degrees for a day or so. It's like that's 80 degrees difference from your
Yeah,
house.
it is. I don't want to hear them complain it's cold.
Yeah, 80 degrees warmer
Yeah.
than your house. They're like, oh, it's so cold.
Nicole
Too
just
funny.
said she's got 3 blankets. Yeah. Come here,
Yeah.
Nicole. Tell me it's cold there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 blankets. Come to my house. You'll have way more than that. You go to Misty's, you'll just jump on the next plane out of there. You won't spend the night at Misty's. You won't get out of the car to get into her house.
Yeah. It's
That'd
warm
be
in
the end of it.
here, but
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm saying. She
outside
wouldn't
it's
get there.
she won't make it in the house.
Nope.
Oh, that's funny. I know Turbo was also picking on Gavin about the Bills losing last week. And
Yeah, I thought they were going to pull it off again. That was a good game, but
yeah,
that
they
didn't
didn't.
happen.
Yeah,
Super Bowl's going to be good, though.
it will be a good game.
Yep,
think.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, last night's game was fun to watch too. I love the snowstorm came yesterday. I plowed snow beforehand, and I got to watch football all afternoon and evening and sit in front of the fire. So I didn't complain at all. I thought it was awesome.
That's what we did too, basically. It's too
Yep.
cold to do anything else, really.
Yeah, and I don't care about football enough that I'm gonna like lose any sleep if I miss something. I'm like, I like it, but I'm not like die hard. I'm not throwing shit at the TV if somebody doesn't score. I'm like, I could take a nap, doze off a little bit, watch it again. I'll be fine. Like if I fall asleep, miss the ending, I'm not gonna cry or nothing. I'm like, oh well, catch that on ESPN, I guess.
Oh, Twister just said she turned on her heater for the first time this season. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And set off the alarm. I set off my smoke alarm last night too because I closed the fireplace too far and smoked up the house. Oh, that's nice. You don't even got to turn the heater on in the treehouse ever. That's pretty good.
That's crazy. Everybody else heats it for her, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's just nice out anyhow. She's so high up that she gets all heat up in the. I think their treehouse is up in the penthouse.
Yeah, she is. I think she is.
She got the penthouse of tree houses. I dig it.
No,
I was hoping to stay there on our way through because I love staying in the treehouse. Such a cool view. I'm such a hillbilly that I love being up in the air in the city and seeing the traffic go by in the interstates. I just think that's mesmerizing to sit there and like watch cars go by all night. And it's so busy, even in the middle of the night. I'm like, damn. Anyhow,
crazy.
got any other news for us?
I really don't. I think we
Perfect.
know. Yeah, the street cred is on day 26. We brought them up the M77.
Yeah. It's so nice because street cred, this is the 1/12 of their year. I keep track of what day they're on.
I know it's easy
Like
too.
that was as soon as we hit February 1st, I'm like, what day are we on now? And then it goes to March, and I'm like, okay, now I need to have it on my calendar thing and figure it out. So
Mhm.
it's all good, but they'll keep rocking it. We'll get more into that as we get rolling too. But everybody, again, stay tuned. Go to our socials. Make sure our Facebook or our Facebook page that you're following that, because there's a bunch of people. I don't want to call you out, but I couldn't even tag you because you're not following the page. And one of them lives in Southern California, and she's one of the greatest moms I know. But I won't name names of a traveling angel who goes all around and takes her kid all over the country, but she doesn't follow our page. Anyhow, but if you go to that and go to the YouTube, follow that, share it with your friends, tell your friends to follow it. And not that I mean, having somebody listen to me ramble on isn't the end of the world, but it matters when we go to things and I reach out to people to help us, because these corporations and these people I'm working with to sponsor us, Mustang, Denali Lights, Vision Lighting, Legend Suspension, Wild Ass, the list goes on and on. But unless they're really good friends of mine, like Team Wild Ass, the other ones are asking questions. They want to know who's following us, what kind of reach we have. I mean, are they going to give us $5,000 worth of shit to raffle off? Is it worth their $5,000? That kind of thing. So our cause is worth it, but numbers prove it. So if you do that, that's all I ask. Not all I ask, but that's all I'm asking today. I guess, yeah, I ask for stuff pretty much on the regular, but for today, all I'm asking is that you go and hit a like button or a follow. So I can see up in the corner how many people are watching from YouTube. Like there's 6 people from YouTube. So Hey, man, I'm glad you're here from YouTube. We got 24 from Mile Monsters Inc. And there's 10 from my own personal page. So out of what I have that are on mine, like 3,000 friends, I get 10 that tune in to actually hear me. So that's pretty good. Oh, I can't complain. I rambled too much anyhow. So thanks for bearing with me, Misty. Love you.
Love you too.
Dylan, we good? Awesome. Awesome. Well, I hope it warms up there to everybody else.
Me
I hope things are well and the weather cooperates for you and we get through winter okay and get back to riding because I have this many miles on my Rever so far. I have not even fired up a motorcycle. I don't even have a motorcycle here right now. So there's that. So guess maybe I could just walk 7 miles with Dooley and Ironman and call it a day. Maybe I'll do that one day this week. Just go walk 7 miles and then show how hard it is. So with that, we're out of here. All right.
Have
We
a
good,
good
Misty?
week. We're
Awesome.
good.
Peace.
That's true.
Wasted.